Howdy y'all, it's Aaron here, and today I'm going to show you how to create ads for your apparel brand or clothing boutique. Make sure that you grab something to take notes, stick around until the end because I'm going to share with you our most successful campaigns right now. Alright, so number one is to understand your audience's buying process. The customer journey has never been more important. Right now, what works for brands to grow and scale is customer experience and personalization. So, what does that have to do with ads? Everything, especially when the first interaction someone is likely to have with your brand is coming from an ad. Try to think about your ad as an approach to talk with somebody one-on-one. The goal in the conversation or with that meeting is to be meaningful. Think about the end in mind. So what kind of experience do you want your customers to have when they receive their package in the mail? Now think backwards. So they receive the package in the mail. What happens before that? What happens before that? What happens before that? What happens before that? What happens when they see the ad? That whole process needs to be thought out. If you don't think about that process, the rest of this video doesn't matter what you go watch online. It's not going to have any effect if you don't understand that customer experience. Things have changed so much right now where if you do not have a personalized approach and you do not have a great experience, they will not come back and buy, and it is way too expensive to acquire a new customer and not get them to come back and repeat buy. Okay, so enough of the ethos for you. Let's get into how to build a successful campaign. But before we cover number two, I just want to say howdy. My name is Aaron Pearson. I'm one of the co-founders here at Bit Branding, and we're an e-commerce growth agency that specializes in helping clothing boutiques and apparel brands grow and scale online. All right, so number two is to start with your creative. Your creative is what helps you stand out amongst the thousands of people running ads right now that look, quote unquote, look just like you. This is also where you can lower your cost to reach a customer and to acquire one. Here is the exact setup strategy for the creative that we use. All right, so when we meet every single week with our creative team and marketing team, we come up with all of these different types of creatives for our clients, for our partners, as I like to call them. So we want 3 lifestyle photos, we want 3 graphics, we want 2 collection style videos, and we would love for our clients to be testing out, our partners to be testing out TikTok style videos. So those 10 elements are all different examples of things that we can test and try to figure out what is gonna resonate with our partner's audience. All right, so number 3. The setup is crucial. Let me walk you through step by step the process on how to set this up. This is how it goes. So first off, go to Ads Manager. As all of our videos, if you do not have a Business Manager account, go check out this video here. This will tell you how to set it up very simply. Then come back to this video and let's jump in. So these campaigns are already set up, but I'm gonna walk you through the only 2 campaigns that you really need to make sure that you have. So they are testing and prospecting. These EAs stand for Ecom Accelerator. That's the program that we run through our agency. But I'm gonna show you how to set them up for your business. So go ahead and click create. We always go for conversions. This is your top of the funnel. So we always put here EA, top of the funnel. That is our strategy. We are going to a broad audience. We will also go to a 10% lookalike. If you have that, we do a 10% lookalike of the lifetime value of our audience. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And then this, we'll do dynamic, and then whatever we would be testing, I'll just say new arrivals. Okay. I also do everything in caps. You don't have to do everything in caps. You can do it however you want. That's just our naming conventions. You can do it however you'd like. So campaign budget optimization on budget, completely up to you. Love for you to start at $50 to $100 per day. Really, you just want to know what your cost per acquisition is, so cost to acquire a customer at profit, and try to do that to where you can get 50 sales per day and then scale up. But a good point or rule of thumb is if you're just starting out, maybe $25, $50 a day minimum, and then moving up to $75 to $100 per day. All right, so scrolling on down here, show more options. We want to run the ads all of the time. Conversion types is what we're going for. That is it. Going to click next. It's going to take us to our ad set level, and we say broad, we mean broads, right? So we're going to the US. I happen to know that the audience I'm going after is 21 to, let's just say 64. That could be 65 plus, up to you. It really depends on your audience. And we know that they are female. That's predominantly if you're selling clothing boutiques or clothing brands. Well, clothing brands could be anything, but clothing boutiques are likely going to be women. That's for this brand. 116 million person audience. All right, I want to make sure that we don't really like the apps and sites, so we eliminate that option. And then, let's see here. Manual placements should be good there. I think that's it. And then the attribution setting. So this is a point of emphasis, right? This is completely up to you, but basically what this attribution window means is that it tells Facebook to find somebody who is likely to purchase within 1 day, and we care about a 1-day click or a 1-day view. If somebody sees our product, a boutique style product, for less than $100, they're likely gonna buy within a day. If they don't, then it's probably attributed to something else like email marketing, live selling, etc. So if it doesn't fall within this window, we don't really want to count it towards our Facebook ads because we want attribution to be correct. I want to know, did it actually come from Facebook or where did it come from? Probably a whole nother video about that later, but what we do, 1-day click or view, which just means that if somebody clicked on the ad or viewed the ad and then went on to make a purchase. All right, next up is the ad. We're gonna go ahead and use the selected page. It runs for Facebook and Instagram. All right, dynamic formats. We do have that set up. All right, so one big thing that I almost forgot, and I need to show you as well, is when the ad set level, we need to click one very important button. I almost missed it. Turn on dynamic creative. All right. What this does is it means that you can only have these ads go with these ad sets. So the dynamic creative ads take up the whole ad set. You couldn't add in more ads to it. So it has to be pulled in through dynamic creative. All right, so nothing else changes, but that does need to be turned on. Then you go to the ad level. Make sure that the Facebook page and account are there. We can select our images. Here we go. We can select up to 10. I'm not gonna really use 10, but I'm just gonna quickly show you. There's 5 of 10 that we chose. Primary text, shop now, headline, you'll love this, call us. Probably don't use these, right? But you can add up to 5 different options here. Headlines, we are the best. Again, you can add up to 5. There we go. And then the website URL. Make sure that the URL is going to a collection page or to a new arrivals page, wherever it's going, right? So we're talking about new arrivals, so this should go to the new arrivals page. We're gonna go bitbranding.co/new arrivals, which is not a real page, but it will allow us to at least show you what's going on here. All right, also, if you have an app, make sure that the app events are set up. Your offline events, make sure that that is set up. And that is pretty much it. That is how you're gonna set up the prospecting campaign. Top of the funnel. Next, we're going to go back here and duplicate. So we have this top of the funnel. I would just click here, click quick duplicate. We're going to do the exact same thing, except for this is going to be a testing campaign. It's going to be at a lower budget. Everything else is the same. Very simple to set up. CBO as well. Where's the budget? Okay, so here's the budget, daily budget. Again, for this one, I do, if I'm spending $100, I'll spend $25 here for the testing. And then the ads set, there we go. Nothing's really changing. It's gonna go to the same audience. It's gonna go to broad at a lower budget. And then the ad, all right, we're gonna throw in 10 different new types, right? So if we test it, if we're top of the funnel, we're testing prospecting for new arrivals, we may test in the testing campaign, I don't know, denim new arrivals, or we may test fall, or we may test new copy. Likely for this though, we want to do the creative elements. So more so, I mean, the copy and the headlines, they matter a little bit, but again, we're looking for the photos and videos so they're going to perform the best to move them to the top of the funnel. The only other thing, and I'm going to go back to the prospecting here for a second, to one other thing I would add into the prospecting is a new audience, and that's a 10% lookalike. For the testing, this is it. That's all you need. And then if you watch any of our other videos, you should definitely check out our video of like what's working right now with Facebook ads, and it will show you how you can pick the best elements from the testing campaign and move them into the top of the funnel. So that video is going to be right here. Go check out that one. It's an amazing video to walk you through the next steps of what's going to happen and what's working and moving them to the top of the funnel. So real quickly, let's go back to the top of the funnel. The only other thing that I would add, all right, in this campaign is it's pulling in the wrong thing right now, but let's just say it's highlighting both of them. I would quick duplicate, and the only other thing I would change is the ad is the audience. So I'd go here to create a custom audience. We already have it. I want to do a lookalike, but I'm looking for a 10% customer list of $75. Now the trick here is that you want the customer list to be more than 1,000 if you have it, and you want it to be about $5 to $10 more than your average order value. So if it's for them $70 or $60 average order value, which it is, we moved it up to $75, and that is now the goal. We want the higher purchasing, a quality audience here. So we'll plug in this 10%, and then we'll run to those people as well, which is, I guess, still 110 million person audience, which doesn't look like it's populated correctly. It should really be about 30 or 40 million. I don't think it's going to be this large. But anyway, that's the only other change that I would make, and this is the setup process. If you do this correctly, all the other elements are going to feed in as well. Hey guys, before we jump into the behind the scenes of the best performing ad elements, I wanted to tell you about our free Masterclass training for clothing boutiques and apparel brands that will walk you through the 5 pillars that must be in place for your online store to scale consistently and profitably, no matter what's going on in the world. So make sure that you check the description for the link in that training. All right, so number 4 is to combine the best ad elements to create a winning combination. So Facebook ads are a science experiment, and the numbers don't mean anything about you personally. Your goal should be to continually improve upon those numbers. Remember, you never truly lose the game unless you stop playing. Let me show you how to find the winning ad elements so you can create a winning combination and continue to build upon your success. All right, so now that you have the campaign set up correctly, you need to figure out what elements are going to work best to move to the top of the funnel. So I'm going to go into the ads level here, and I'm actually just going to click on one ad set, right? Let's just see here. This one has 121 purchases. This is technically, this is the prospecting. It helps if you go into the testing campaign, because you want to go from testing to prospecting. So testing campaign, one of them actually is we're testing something different, but don't worry about that. This one right here is the dynamic creative, and this is the one where we're going to pull from top of the funnel, or from testing to top of the funnel. So several different ads going on here. Which ones performed the best? I don't know, but we're going to click this button right here. Okay, so what I'm looking for here is where Facebook has spent the most money, the most purchases, the lowest cost per purchase, and the most amount of purchases that have happened. So I want to sort by purchase. Right here, got a couple of them with some purchases, some of them without. This one has 11 purchases. Great. Cost per result, $22, a little higher. Still lower than our prospecting campaign, which is currently I think around 30 or 35. This one has 7 purchases for $17. This one has 5 purchases for $17. Both potential winners. I may pull all 3 of these in. Let's see what the return on ad spend is, return on investment. All right, so this is 1.9, not as great. The actual winner here is this one here, 303.22. So every dollar we spent, we made 3. Probably a little bit more if you use other software out there to track that. This is probably not as accurate inside of Ads Manager. It's just a general rule. So this 3.22, it's actually made almost $400. This particular ad did make more, but at less value. Still lower cost than our top of the funnel, so I'd probably pull in just these two elements right here. Looks like they will be profitable. And what I will do is I will take these ad elements, the combination of what works there for the imagery, and pull it into the top of the funnel. And when I say pull it in there, what I would do is I would go to the prospecting campaign, and the least performing one, just like what you saw here, the one that didn't get any ad spend, no purchase, anything like that, I would take it out and I would put in the one that's doing better in testing. Now, key here is to not change more than 2 to 3 different elements at one time, then give it 2 to 3, 4 days, and then change elements again. We work off of a 7-day window. So every 7 days, we're updating creative and trying to get better. Every 7 days, updating creative and trying to get better. So that is how you find out what elements are the best performing and how to move them and which ones you should move to top of the funnel. If you think that it'd be important or you guys would enjoy having a video on how to move elements from one campaign to the other, just comment down below and just put campaign strategy. And if so, I'll know what you mean and we'll create a video for it. So I don't know if that's really something you guys want. If it is, happy to make a video for you. Hey, if you found value in this video, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This really helps support our channel and it would truly mean a lot to us here at BitBranding. And if you like this video, you're going to love this video right here. It's about Facebook ads for clothing brands, what you need to do right now. You can go watch it here. All right, y'all, that's all we have for this week. I hope you have a great rest of your day.